Hey chess friends, my name is Sprout and welcome back to the road to 1400. We are at 1362 for our rapid elo. Let's get a game started and see what happens. We have the black pieces today. That's good. They're playing e4, so we'll play c6. Because that's usually what I do on against e4. Now this is turning into the Hillbilly attack, which is not usually very good for white. It's usually very bad for white. And now we need to think about what to do next. We could play something like that. That works. We could play here. I mean, all of the options work, right? All of the options work. I might go here this time. Play a little knight to f6. And then we're going to pin their knight. Very thematic, you know? This is all typical stuff here. So in this situation, we will take, and then we'll play e6, just to strengthen things. And we have a very chill game, I would say. It's very chill, right? I can play there in this situation. We might have a lot of, like, firepower aimed at that pawn. So we could see some sort of sacrifice. I don't know, it's a little weird. Right now I'm not really concerned about it. The question is whether to develop my bishop to d6 or e7. Or even develop it to c5, although that looks a little sketchy. I'm thinking of developing it probably here because they haven't played d4 yet even, so they're not going to pin my knight anytime soon. So I'm not too worried about that. This is actually an interesting position for this bishop, because it is going to stop any sort of ideas of breaking in immediately. So I think I'm going to play d6. d6 because it's a active square for my bishop. e7 seems a little too passive, so I'm not sure I want to play. Bishop to e7. We're just going to put it on d6, and then we're going to castle. We'll see what they end up doing. See if they have anything crazy going on. It's interesting that in that c6 I think is a horrible move, but I think it's a trap, and I think they're trying to prime c6. So I'm not going to castle just yet, because it really feels like they're priming that, and I don't want to allow the queen to get in. So for that reason, I'm going to play knight to c6 first. Because I'm definitely recognizing that that pawn could be a little bit weak, and I don't want to allow the queen to get in, especially without this being developed first, and, you know, the rook being protected in some way. That doesn't really threaten me. I haven't committed to castling yet, so I almost think I could just go ahead and see what happens there. Play a little h6. They'll have to move back to h4 if they want to maintain things. I could always castle queenside, which looks probably okay, because then we have the start of a kingside attack. That could work out all right for me. We'll also see what happens. If maybe they want to trade with us there, which seems weird. So we'll just go ahead and ask them what they're doing. And I'm thinking more and more of castling queenside. Could be all wrong, maybe, I don't know. But I feel like if you allow me to get an initiative over here, I just have to make sure not to hang the knight. So I'll move the queen out of the way, and then castling queenside probably. If they want to go in that route. Otherwise, they can always take here. If they take, of course, we are happy to retake. I think the more I'm thinking about it, the more I kind of like this. We'll go here, and then we'll just snatch it off the board. And then we still can castle, you know, whichever way. Do we have anything better there, though? Otherwise, they go here and we do nothing. We just let the tension hang for a bit. Yeah, we could do that. We can still move. We can still move our queen to. So I'm thinking this is going to happen no matter what. And then we'll just go ahead and castle queenside. It does seem a little bit, though, unnecessary to go that way. Because if I play queen to e7 only for them to take here, is it like a wasted queen move? It kind of feels like it. It feels like the tempo has been a little bit lost on that. I'd go like, I'd move over right now, but that just invites something like this, and before I'm castled, that does not look too good. But looking here, if I take there, maybe I can tempo the queen. Does that get me anything? I don't actually think it gets me anything right now. I could just move in just like that and tempo the queen right now, which doesn't look bad, and at the very least I'm taking something off the board. So it doesn't look bad at all. But of course, also if I go like this, they can just block, but then I can actually block like that, and I think a lot of things are kind of hanging. So we'll do that. Looks interesting. We'll play knight to d4. It looks really interesting. Going in for the attack. We'll see what this bishop decides to do. But yeah, b5 is held right now by this, so I'm not really worried about it. You know, plus it's fine. Although it is making it a little bit more difficult for me to castle, I would say, in any case. But it doesn't look wrong. Okay, well, that just looks like I've got some options now. I can definitely take on that side, I can take on this side. I don't really know what I like better, it's all good. But I mean, taking here might be good first. If they take there, I mean, do I care as much? Maybe not, I don't know. If they screw up and take here with their queen, then, you know, it's just... Either way, I feel like I'm getting a lot out of this. I do have to watch out, though, because if they take here, then this is technically weak. So we'll have to see what they end up taking. They could also, if we take here, they could just take there right off the bat, and that would be kind of bad. So all that being said, it might be better just to take this bishop off, but I don't really like that. Maybe I like this better, because it's still then threatening the queen, it's still threatening the bishop. Yeah, I kind of like that. But of course, if I go this way, then they can give a check. And then I will have to do something. I'll have to move my king, or block it that way. I mean, I suppose that's another option. Yeah. So, we do have to be worried about, a little bit concerned. So that might happen. I'm not seeing necessarily a downside with blocking there. I mean, except for it does cut off that, but they kind of have to do something with their queen. So I'm not really worried. I could also just go here, and still you're going to have to solve for something, you know? It's just, do I want to block with... so I saw that, and do I want to block with the knight? I think blocking with the knight seems a little passive. Yeah, honestly, I do think blocking with the knight here seems passive. And I think I could just go this way and just be safe. If I want to do that. I definitely think it would be a good idea to. Yeah, we're just gonna back off. Unfortunately, this going this way does run into this as well, but it should be okay. Everything's locked down still. I'm doing a manual castle, which might look a little weird. I don't know. Fishy later. Stockfish might say this is absolutely crazy. It's possible. My opponent's taking zero time whatsoever to think. So, you know, that's the thing. I mean, now I've definitely got a lot of stuff aimed over here, though. Which doesn't look bad. Yeah, that can't be too bad. Where are you going to put your queen? Can also move my queen in here. Just aiming for a lot of things. Of course, I guess you just defend. But then if you defend that way, I attack you like that and trap you. That's interesting. So they're trying to get around and try to, you know, do something there. So we do have to be aware of such things. I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried yet, I should say. I'm looking over here at this square, seeing if there's any sort of cheeky sort of thing that I can do. Because queen would want to come over here. But the queen right now, like, that doesn't actually win the king. I mean, I'm definitely thinking about that. But that doesn't, you know, that still doesn't necessarily get me anything. We're gonna have to do we need to do a little bit more thinking. A little more thinking. We're not quite there yet. We're still cooking. I do like this, but then it just seems like you can kick me and then I've accomplished very little overall. I could go here first with the pin on this, then maybe move in for some of that action. That might be good. I'm also threatening this, so I think there's some different things I can do in the position. Yeah, okay, we'll move here. Gonna play queen to b6, keeping an eye on this, and maybe allowing for some sort of fork action, and also having a pin. And also attacking b2. So there's a lot of things that this move does. Okay. Trying to get in, maybe? Trying to get here? I mean, they're just gonna lose something. Yeah, because that doesn't seem good. I mean, maybe it's not good. Maybe it's fine, you know? I suppose they move over. This is still here. Okay, no, that's good. That's good. That might work. Because I can't, going here doesn't do anything now. But also, is there this, and then getting my queen in? Because they can't give checkmate. They can't give checkmate there. But at the same time, they're going to go here, they're going to gobble up there. I don't know if I have enough to fully win in this sort of situation. Okay, let's think. So, in this situation, we were saying takes there, moves here, takes there. So they, you know, most of the house falls, right? What do I have from there? I think I have very little in the way of compensation for that sort of situation. But this is still hanging over here as well. And that's hanging. Like, everything is... Yeah, so I think in this situation, I'm just going to move the, you know, move the rook. So move the rook, and this is still pinned, so they still can't take that. You'd imagine they would move that out of the way. And I think I'm just going to keep blocking. Yeah, I think I'll just keep blocking. And we'll see what they do. Now, if Rook moves over, that's a pretty decent move. I'd have to go and take there. Which is kind of interesting, because if I take there, then I'm threatening that on top. Maybe you could take there, but you're going to lose this Rook. I could keep pushing. I mean, there's interesting ideas. It's definitely some interesting ideas. But I'm gonna need to do something super smart, because I did lose, you know, I am down a knight now. So I have to come up with something pretty intelligent. Okay, wow, they go there. That's pretty intelligent. If I go here, am I just threatening multiple things then? Because then you can't block both. I could still give a check here, I could still do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that works, because I can go here, can't I? Where can they go then? Because something's falling. But if I do that first... Okay, I'm gonna take. So, we'll take. We are definitely taking. We're taking, and I assume they're taking, they're retaking, but then I'm going here, and then I have another eye on that, and actually I could still go here, because how do you defend both? Yeah, how do you defend both? I don't think you can. I think one of those pieces now is going to fall. It's just, which do you want to fall? Yeah. Alright, so we are still in the game. We're still doing something. Just, what do they want to hang on to more? Do they want to hang on to the bishop? Do they want to hang on to the knight? Do they want to somehow blunder both? I don't know how they could, but maybe they could. We need to get our other rook out. I suppose we could also go takes there, not right now, but I'm just saying keeping an eye on that rook, move the king over, and then try to, like, get multiple rooks over here. Looks interesting. Looks very interesting. All I know so far is that, like, I'm having fun. You know, this is a fun game. Is it the best game I've ever played? Maybe not, but it's a fun game. So they're moving in to try to take there. Okay. Interesting. That's a good move. That is interesting. If I just move up, though, then you don't get that. And I'm still threatening this, and you have to retake, and there could be some really nasty intentions. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I definitely think we have something here. They are going to jump in there. We can see that. But otherwise, we just let them? We could just let them and take here? Or we can move up. Move up, they take anyway, we retake, they take... I'm not really getting much out of that. And I don't know if I'm super worried about this. Plus, maybe then after taking, we could move over here and just threatening to take it all together. Yeah, that might be. Okay, you got me. If you're trapping me, you're doing a good job. You're doing a job. Actually, no, that's bad. Because then they can just take here and it's, that's pretty bad. That's pretty terrible. I could take here first. The queen, like, they don't really have anything. So I definitely could munch on some pawns. I do like this, but it's just that check, you know? That check is horrible. I wish I had another way to attack the knight and actually win it, because that is just a little too vicious. Can I prime it somehow? I'm not sure if I can prime it. I don't think I can. I don't want to turn into a pawn grabber, though. I just don't have enough time to, like, this is not really a time for grabbing pawns. And if I move in there, then yeah, it's just bad news. Like, I can't do it, right? Yeah. But at the same time, if I do take, what do they have? Like, nothing immediate. And maybe I can take, maybe play there? I mean, it just doesn't give me a lot, you know? It doesn't give me a lot. Where else can this knight go? Can jump there? No. Can jump there? No. Can jump there? I mean, it can't really do anything. So I'm thinking about just going ahead and taking a pawn. Taking a pawn, trying to, like, get my queen a little bit more centralized. Because right now there's nothing. I mean, you wish you could attack there. Is there anything? Oh, yeah, actually there is in this situation. Wow, that's a good move. That's a pretty good move. But they didn't go for it. But it is a good move. Yeah, it was an interesting move. I think still here is good. Because now there's here, and well, they're trying to take on there. So let's do something about that first. Oh, but it's just checkmate, isn't it? Ah, I blundered checkmate. Yep. I blundered checkmate a bunch of different ways. Ah, that's really disappointing. That's super, super disappointing. Also, I got paired with someone who's over 1,500. That's insane. I don't know why. That's crazy. Alright, let's take a look at the game real quick. So, we played better than they did, but we both played horrible, so... so, you know. Kaboom. It is what it is. So, we have a little Hillbilly attack here. Not too much going on. Pretty normal so far. This was okay. So, this was still okay on this side. Yeah, playing knight to d4 was amazing. Knight to f5 was the right idea. King to f8 was the right idea. Takes. This was a mistake. So what should we have done instead of that? Okay. So Fish wanted us to just crack open the king's safety right away. My king isn't very safe, though, is the only thing I don't like about this. So it was a little bit of a crazy game. Of course, we blundered. Then we had to play a little strategically to try to, like, get back. That right there was a blunder. I didn't really like it. Okay, just playing king to g8 is best in this situation. Yeah, so. Alright, live and learn. Okay, well that's going to do it for today's video. It's a real up and down with my rating right now, isn't it? Hopefully we'll break free soon. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!